Crumb Keepers, Terrifying Trio, and Wicked Sculptors. In this first challenge, we want you to take a stab at a Halloween-style true crime. You'll each find a case file back at your stations. It contains assignments for your detective character, your victim, and a spooky location. Use your imagination to connect the dots and create a one-of-a-kind creature crime scene. Each display must have at least 2 fully realized, distinct characters. For your tasting element, you're each getting the same assigned ingredients: coffee and donuts.
Yes. So excited.
So it's up to you to make sure yours stands out. In true crime, the first 48 hours are all that matters. Here, you get 7. And that time starts now.
Oh.
Let's take a look at our file.
Okay, so Ghost is the victim. So the Frankenstein must be the detective then.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay.
gonna be in the,
Graveyard.
Graveyard.
Oh, that'll be so
cool.
fun.
All right, so we got zombie, detective, alien victim at the mall.
Our display is going to be a zombie detective trying to figure out why people have been dying at the local mall. And he learns from a dead alien victim that it's the perfume that's killing people.
Okay, so we got a witch and we have the clown.
Oh, and a birthday party.
And where else would you have a birthday party?
Okay, at a park?
Yeah. For our display, we want to have a clown at a birthday party that has fallen victim to another rival clown. And the witch is looking around at all the different clues that point to the perpetrator in the back.
So how is the ghost killed? It's like a ghost-icide or something?
Our detective is Frankenstein, the victim is the ghost, and the location is a graveyard. Maybe there's like a groundskeeper on the graveyard
Oh, that would make sense.
It is
Yeah.
like no hauntings allowed. We decide to have the groundskeeper, a hunchback. He's got his Ghost Be Gone spray, and he sees a ghost and he sprays it, and Detective Frank N. Stein witnesses the whole thing. And we'll have fog everywhere.
Let's try this. I'm starting my sugar work. Because our setting is a birthday party, I want to do a blown sugar balloon animal. I have done this before several times, so I am coming back as a very experienced person, but I've never won. I'm not taking this lightly at all because HalloweenWars, in my opinion, is the ultimate competition that you can do ever. And to be able to hold that champion title, that is insane. And I really, really want that title.
5 hours. 5 hours left.
Let's go faster. Must go faster. Now I'm modeling Frankenstein's head out of rice cereal treat.
How are you doing?
I'm just working on final details for the expression because I want her to really be focused on the magnifying glass.
So we have a body that's done.
That is absolutely what I want to hear.
Vanna begins work on the zombie. Detective trying to solve the mystery at the local mall.
I am making pants legs, and I'm using modeling chocolate because it holds its form easier than fondant. I am tearing up the zombie's clothes because he's a zombie and everything about him is decaying.
So right now I'm deconstructing the pumpkin that I took to make the hunchback body.
After finishing the hunchback's head, Michael jumps right to carving the hunchback. Michael has built an armature, and he is putting large chunks of pumpkin on the structure.
I'm making a curl brew burger. We have a pâte bun. Our patty is a sea salted caramel espresso ganache. And for the cheese, we have a fried wonton wrapper dipped in cinnamon sugar. So I am making one of my favorite recipes, which is a sea salted caramel chocolate ganache. I think chocolate and coffee is amazing together. Once I've brought my ganache together, I start adding coffee concentrate to really incorporate that flavor. Oh, I can smell the coffee. I also want to dip my pâte choux in a coffee glaze.
I'm gonna start on our donut batter. I'll do our filling later.
Coffee and donuts is just a perfect combination. But how do we set ourselves apart?
I'm making the crumb for our crumb cake right now, and it's a very messy job.
For our tasting element, we have landed on a New York-style coffee crumb cake. We're gonna have a coffee-infused dipping cream in there as well.
Cake is in the oven. We're building chocolate boxes to put our tasting in, and they're gonna be perfume boxes. So we're gonna have stacks of those on the display as well. So you pour chocolate in and kind of make sure it's up the sides and then dip it out, and you just have to Go and repeat a couple times till you get a nice coating on it.
Kelly is working on our tasting element, a raised yeast donut filled with an espresso pastry cream. And the tasting element is the cobblestone path through the graveyard.
The proofing turned out great, so I'm ready to go. I want the donuts to be as fresh as possible, and it is considerable risk to make a yeast donut because of the time involved.
Kelly, how
Yeah.
can I help with the tasting element?
Then we need to fill the donuts.
Fill the donuts? Okay. Filling the donuts, I'm getting a little bit nervous. It's crucial she get them right the first time because we don't have time to restart.
5, 4,
Fabric in the hand.
3,
Just shove it in.
2,
Don't mess with it. You're
1. Hands off the displays.
Oh my God,
Nice job.
That's the most stress I've ever had in my entire life.
Crumb Creepers, describe your perfect true crime.
Our dead detective Wargrave has been trying to crack the code as to why people have been mysteriously dying at the local mall. Upon investigation, he discovered that the local perfume department has its fragrances laced with a corrosive, toxic acid.
There are so many beautiful things to look at. You created like 150 perfume bottles back there made of sugar. They are all perfection, Jennifer. The clothing on the detective, Vanna, I really love how you created a very perfect finish, but then went in there and gave us the tears and the tatters.
While I think that the story is very clear here, you need some dark, you need some shadow.
So our tasting element is actually in the perfume boxes. We made you a coffee cake donut with some spice in it, and then a cream cheese coffee filling.
Wow.
It is so cheeky and grody that you would take something so elegant and so refined and then gross us out to the max by putting pus all over it. It's funny, it's cheeky, I love it. Beautiful spices in here.
Terrifying trio, take us through this crime scene.
We have our ghost here. Little did he know that our hunchback groundskeeper was ready with a can of Ghost Be Gone.
I love this backdrop. I love the colors that you chose there. I also really love that you guys used this wheat cereal to create the grass, but I think that you struggled with the body, didn't you?
That's right.
What'd you make for us today?
The tasting element is our cobblestone path. We have a fried yeast donut filled with an espresso pastry cream and a marble glaze.
I'm gonna be up all night.
The texture's completely spot on. Because you dried it, it's got a really nice crisp around the edge. It is pillowy soft on the inside. Maybe if you can add just a touch of salt to this, because it is quite sweet.
Yeah, I mean, we asked for coffee and donuts and you gave us coffee and donuts.
Wicked Sculptors, lay out your case.
Well, a story as old as time, friends who become rivals. Jiggles up at the top finds out that Giggles has been stealing his act, and he seeks revenge, leaving clues along the way after the dastardly deed.
Nothing scares me more than a bounce house. I'm always afraid to be trapped in one.
Rebecca, I've got to tell you that it is a rare moment when a shoe steals the show. And for me, those shoes are everything.
Thank you.
There's beautiful carving here. Design-wise, it's so great how that leg is hanging off of the display. It's just a great little touch that really draws us in, so well done.
So what are we eating?
I made a pâte choux, which is very similar to a cruller. So I have a sea salted caramel espresso ganache. And we also have wafer paper that looks like the cheese, and that has a little bit of cinnamon sugar on it. And then the top is a coffee glaze.
I make cakes in the shape of other objects all the time, but this is getting to me. It is so cute. It really looks like a burger. I also love that you've added the wonton wrapper because it adds such a lovely crunch.
I get the bitterness of the coffee. I get even the bitterness of that salted caramel, the chocolate. The only thing for me is that the pâte choux itself is a little dried out.
Right.
We asked you all to imagine the ultimate Halloween Wars homicide. One team killed, and the judges ended up murdering their coffee and donut treats. The winner of this challenge is Wicked Sculptors.